I've got a video for you guys today where we're gonna go out and we're gonna play with some pre-spawn fish. They were kind of starting to move up a little bit shallow. They're thinking about getting up in those rocks, but it's just not quite there yet. But I also have some brand new rods that I'm getting to fish with. These are crappie nut rods from Stump Thumpin' Outdoors. My buddy Dave, he's running the website at Stump Thumpin', and if you guys are looking for any SLABS Bro merch or any crappie baits or looking to pick up one of these crappie nut rods, that's the place to do it. So I want to give a huge shout out to Dave at Stump Thumpin' for hooking me up with these, getting me rigged up to do some crappie fishing this year. So I've got the 13 foot, a 10 foot, and then a 7'6". They're all spinning rods, and I love this 7'6". It's a two-piece. All of them are two pieces actually, so if I wanted to break them down I could. I've made some changes since the filming of this fishing, and I want to go over those with you at the end of today's video. So I'll leave all these rods linked down below if you guys want to check them out. And also, if you guys are interested in coming fishing with me, there's a link for that down below as well. Check it out. Follow me on Facebook and stay up to date with all of the updates coming out as we get people out in the boat to go catch some crappies. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, and enjoy the fishing content today. We're gonna do a little bit of crappie finding. I got some brush piles here. Last time I fished this lake, there were some good fish on this. So it's a little earlier in the day, good conditions, good wind, 53 water temp, 53 and a half actually. So we're gonna just start deep and work our way up shallower. So I had some fish earlier today on brush in a river channel. They didn't want to bite, so we're gonna just see if this a little bit shallower and on a swing with a nice rock bank, like really good staging area for pre-spawn fish. So we're gonna just check this and see what we see. I'm gonna bet on these like 4 or 5 brush piles, we're gonna have some fish to fish. Like there's a batch of crappies right there. I don't know if you guys can really see this. I'm gonna do an in-depth video one of these days on how to find crappies, but I don't know if you guys can see that. Those suspended fish right there, those are probably crappies. So we're gonna just keep going, side imaging, down imaging, using my map. And we're gonna just find these fish. So we got a nice rocky bottom. You can see that on the side imaging. Got a couple fish floating. So I've got the wind at my back right now, and I'm checking out these brush piles. We're gonna just go real slow and just idle over top and see what we see. We are gonna catch him. That's a fact. That's a great brush pile right there. I'll make sure I got that one marked. No, there's even more brush piles here than I thought. We got tons of scattered fish, man. We're gonna have a blast. Let's go try out these new rods and see how we like them. They were calling for some like a little bit of rain coming in at 9, and then strong winds, but I don't know if the wind is really going to pick up all that much today. So here's what I like to do if you guys are curious about how I set this up. Oh man, we got crappie everywhere. We're gonna just spot lock that bad boy. What I do is this graph and the console are linked together. So when I idle and mark stuff, like I mark all my brush piles, so that way when I'm facing into the wind with the trolling motor, I can have my forward facing sonar here and I know where to bounce from brush pile to brush pile, and I'm more efficient that way. So that's what I like to do. Let's start with the 7'6". This jig right here is what they were just absolutely smacking the last time I fished here. So let's do the initiation ritual. Let's get the plastic off of this bad boy. Now when it comes to the sonar, I like to do about 25 foot to start. Then down, since we're gonna just do 20 foot. We'll see where that goes. Got our jig, got our new rod. I think it's like 20-pound braid on here or something. Got him. I gotta tighten up this drag. Out in the open. I might keep a few fish today. I want to fish fry. I'm gonna be home. I got a meeting at 3:30, so we'll see if we can find some nice eaters. We'll keep about 5 good ones. So right now I'm just kind of coasting through. I'm seeing tons of fish just scattered moving. There we go. There's our brush pile. And so I've just kind of got my bait hovering where I'm seeing fish. Just trying to keep it in that strike zone as I'm kind of settled into this brush pile. Maybe this bait's too big. It's entirely possible. Go with something maybe like this. See if this is gonna help us out. A little bit of a different setup here. That's a school of... That one looks like a giant on the screen. That's a great fish, man. Dang, that sickle hook does a number on him, doesn't it? That's a great one. He might be a good eater. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Let's see, probably 11. Yep, that's an 11 right there. Ooh. I'm gonna probably want to have my rain jacket handy. Ah, shoot, dang it. Fish line, baby. That's nice. Real nice. But luckily, I got my fish bucket. Sea Arc. So I got one fish on the 7.6, one fish on the 10, and I think we're gonna probably get to use that 13 today. With this little storm cell coming through, we could get some really awesome action out here. This fish could just get all fired up. Nice. It's so fun doing that. I'm getting some really hard returns on little fish. All right, you two can stop. There's so many fish just roaming. It's probably because I'm out here in the river channel, kind of. Okay. These fish are a little spooky. So we could either cast at them, or we can break out the 13. Let's try out the 13. I haven't caught a fish on this one yet. Got just some natural colors on there. Hard to beat. Got a hair jig and a hand tie, or a hair jig and a plastic. Got him. He wanted that hand tie. We've got fish all over the place out here. All right, we're about to go full peepaw mode. We got the chair, we got the foot pedal, we got a Millennium chair in the kidney. That didn't feel very good. Ouch. All right, here we go. Let's see here. We want this right here. I really got to figure out this foot pedal. I think that'll help me out tremendously. It's a great one. Oh, he knocked slack into the line. I didn't even know he had it until he started swimming off with it. I could watch him on the live scope. That's a great eater too. So that makes three eaters. Not too shabby. We'll take that. Got him. He's a fighter. They like this monkey milk color. Naturals are always the way to go. Seems like it anyways. Fish number 4. Okay. I just needed to slow it down. That's really what's happening. I'd like to catch one more. And then we'll see if we can go hunt for some bigs. He hit it on the drop. There's our 5th eater. There's number 5. Nice. Yeah, this wasn't a pile full of fish, but you know what? I'll take what I can get. They're being really finicky. Right in that top of them. Dang, I set that hook good. Holy smokes. Yeah, I had to downsize. These fish are just being super finicky, so I got a 1/32 ounce jig with a tiny little plastic on it. But hey, there's number 5. Just gotta finger him out and slow down and go peepaw mode. Because if you slow it down, you fish it a little slower, you figure it out. So like we got this one right on the backside of this brush pile. Okay, let's see if we can get any more off of this. Dang, he just barely tapped that thing. Oh, that explains a lot. I might need to get my pliers up here. We got them fired up. They're kind of hitting it on the drift. It's this little root ball is just, it's holding them. There's a lot of fish moving in and out of it. So let's see, we drop this down here again. Feels like a great one. Okay, we'll keep 6. That's a great one to keep. Probably 11-incher or so. Let's go measure. I'm done with this brush pile though. I think I'm wanting to go exploring. I want to go check some standing timber. But hey, we got a few nice fish to go home with today. You really can't complain when it comes down to that. What do we got here? Yep, just short of 11. There's our keepers. That's a dandy. At least it looked like it. Another little 11-incher. All right. I've got her figured out now. They do not want fancy colors. They want really light colors. That's a tank. That's more like it. That's more like it. Oh my gosh. That was on the 13er. I like that. Let's see what she measures out to be. She's a thick, healthy girl. Probably about a 12. Yeah. 12 on the dot. Ow, 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 ow. We need more fish like that. So I wish I had a little bit more time on the water to experiment with these rods, and that's gonna come with time on the future outings. Fishing's just been a little bit slower than I would like, but we're in that kind of transition period. Let's go over things that I changed about these rods and my overall opinion on them after using them for the first time. This is the 7'6". This is gonna probably be my bread and butter this spring, throwing slip boppers, little paddle tails like this guy, or any kind of underspin, roadrunner, beetle spin, any kind of small moving baits. This is gonna be a great rod for it. It's also really good for those kind of sit on top brush piles if I wanna just kind of finesse them a little bit more. Absolutely love it. This thing's got some great backbone. It's just a really nice crappie rod. 13 foot's great, got to use that a little bit. I've actually got mono on it, and that's what I kind of like, to have at least one rod rigged up with mono, because sometimes it seems like the mono fishes a little bit better in the windy conditions. 10-footer as well. This is kind of my bread and butter jig and pull. If I'm rolling up to a brush pile, the 10-footer is usually the one that I'm grabbing, and I've got braid on that. So let's go into the changes and my overall experiences with these rods. The jig and pulls, they're great. I love kind of the backbone in the 13-footer, and I need to use the 10-footer just a little bit more to get a better feel for it. I really use the 13 and the 7.5 in today's video, but the biggest thing is the line. This is high vis braided 8-pound line. In the fishing today, there was like 20-pound braid with low vis, and it was just on the reel that I had spooled up already, and I noticed a huge difference between going from fishing light braided line to a heavier braided line, or even high vis to low vis. Like, huge difference. So quick tip for you guys, if you are looking to feel more bites, get that jig to cast better and fall better, lighten up your line. So that's one of the biggest changes with these two rods I've done. Is I've got 8-pound on this one. On the 10-foot jig pull, I've got 10-pound braid, and then on this jig pull, the 13, I've got 8-pound mono. So those are my setups. My overall experiences with these on first impressions, they feel great. They got great sensitivity. It sets the hook really good. Overall, super happy with them. So if you guys want to check these out and pick up one for yourself, there's a link down below. But that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you on the next one.